So after days of corrugation and tackling the Cape, we were very excited to be rolling into Loyalty Beach. We'd heard great things about this place.
I just wanted a beer, to be honest. I wanted a beer, hot chips, park up on the water, because there was next to no one here. This place is going to be teeming with people.
Oh yeah. So to see the water and think, oh, we might actually get a front row spot. We're pretty damn stoked.
It was super cool too. Like wild horses would run through the campsite randomly, and it just sounded like a train. It was full freak you out.
I actually didn't know a place like this in Australia existed.
Like, check it out. It's sort of like a mix between a Bali vibe and Australia. I don't know, like tin sheds. It was real weird, but it was like really refreshing.
Paradise for us, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
Next morning, it was bloody hot, so we threw Zeus straight into the bath to cool off.
And you can't throw them into the ocean due to sharks and crocodiles. But we jump into the Kombi, we head straight to Bamaga, and what do we see?
Horses.
I mean, like, these guys are everywhere. Potato and carrot. Hello, mate. Nice seeing you. We're going to go this way. Hey,
Bye.
Bye.
Finally seeing that sign to the tip was such a surreal moment for us. Straight away, we started reminiscing about the massive journey that we'd just undertaken. And we felt so damn proud of ourselves that we'd made it here in a Kombi with a baby.
We're massive believers. It's not the destination that makes it. It's the journey along the way. And I tell you what, it has been absolutely amazing. For most, going to Cape York is about getting the picture with the sign. But for us, it was about getting the Kombi to the tip. Making the Kombi the most northern Kombi in Australia, or the most northern car in Australia. And I'm pretty stoked to say we did it.
We are just about to make it to the tip. It's a little bit windy. Very exciting. We just made it! Yes!
The Kombi was successful.
Oh, this is the best feeling.
It's only taken a few weeks, but got myself a little trevally here. Get back in the water, mate. Okay?
Our next place that we're heading to was Punsand Bay, and we heard great things about this place, but it's usually booked out. So we thought, because of COVID, we'd just take a gamble, rock up, and see if we could fluke it.
And we did. We dead set just rolled into the place and rocked up to the counter, and we're like, hey, do you have any spots? And he went, you know what, we do, right on the water. Do you want it? And we're like,
yes.
Okay, yeah, we'll take it.
Zuri.
Now, looking back over all the footage to make this video, we realised we hardly got our cameras out at this place. We had next to no footage. And that's because we're chilling by the pool, having beers, chatting to all the other travellers. Trust me, it's a must visit if you're going to go to the Cape. Now, I don't know if I'm the only one, but there's something I really, really don't like about driving along a road that we've already driven. But what made this worse is that the Kombi was making so many noises that it never used to. Oil was coming out of places that it really shouldn't have as well.
Sick. No good. So, one of our shocks fell off. So we're missing a bolt, but there's lots of old cars like this over here turned on its side. So hopefully I can get an old nut and bolt from that. You want to turn my lights on?
Yep. Have you got something? What is it?
Bolt. I don't think it's going to be long enough, but it might do the trick. Anyway. Yeah, it's not going to be long enough, but we'll...
Look for another car.
There'll be another car somewhere, I'd like to think. It's going to be a nice bumpy ride home without a shock. One side's still got one, so. Oh, man. These roads are just... I'm glad it's just happening on the way back, not the way there. Like,
Yeah, me too. It would have been a lot more stressful.
oh, it would have been horrible. Imagine getting this far to Cape York and then shocks are falling off and engines leaking badly. Like, it would have been torture. What's really smashing us is this headwind. Like, so
What just fell off? Did something just fall off?
I've probably got a sliding door open, have I?
No, the sliding door's closed.
Is it?
Yeah.
God. What's falling off my car now?
What's that?
Nothing. It's just a bottle. Not our bottle.
Not our bottle. Something fell.
Yeah, it was the bottle sitting up.
Oh.
Not good.
It's squirting up there. It's everywhere.
So for the last 100 Ks before Coen, I was topping up the oil pretty much every 20 minutes. It was just blowing oil out of places it shouldn't have. Why? I had no idea, but I was soon going to find out.
It's coming from
So straight up, I'm on the phone to NRMA. Those guys say, you know what, find the closest mechanic. And guess what? No mechanic in Coen. But what did they have? They had a workshop right next door to the pub. They had a hoist, they had engine stands, they had nuts, they had bolts, they had a compressor, they had everything I needed. What was better, the workshop was next to the pub, and the pub had beer. And what was next to the pub on the other side? A motel. So that's where we stayed. Everything was working out for once.
What are you doing?
I'm making a gasket out of a bearing box.
Safe to say, I wanted a beer after all this. So I did.
Now, I'm going to put it out there. What you're about to see next is probably one of the most random and craziest things I've ever seen Karstan be part of.
Now, after a massive day working on the van, I stop into the pub, have a couple of beers, and I get chatting to some locals. And not only locals, but some fly-in, fly-out vets. So what do? Get a Cape York D-Sex dog tattoo.
He's talking to her like she's an animal.
It was dead set the whole, oh, nobody wants to get this tattoo with me. So what do? Put my bloody hand up. Yeah, great idea.
Did it just happen? Did you just...
You did this. Why did you have this?
Wait, that hurts just so much.
Oh no.
Okay.
It's already in, isn't it?
Count down to 3.
That's on too.
Stop.